So game to game, how did you feel progressively confidence-wise, also in your game as the week went on?
I was happy with it. I think as things go along, you always get a little bit more comfortable, and to be able to string a few games in a row, that's a lot of fun. So I enjoyed it a lot. It was fun to get out there and play some games, and experience the different cities on the road was pretty cool.
How was it, if it is at all different from last year? I mean, you came up last year at the end of the season, but now it's the middle of the season. Is it a different vibe for you?
Yeah, definitely a different vibe. I mean, obviously, you flip the whole coaching staff over. That right up front is going to just change things a little bit. But also, when I came up last year, I think those maybe the first game and the second game, there was a slight chance that if everything broke our way, we could have snuck into the playoffs. But it felt more like we were creeping towards the end of the season versus this year. We're very much in the swing of things, and you look where we are in the standings. It's they've done such a great job this year, and just gutting out those close games. I mean, we just had another one of them there. So to be able to come up with those wins is exciting, and I think everyone kind of feels like this is a good year for us to make a push towards the playoffs and hopefully go on a run.
And where do you see, how do you see yourself fitting into all that?
I'm still trying to figure that out. Like I said, I'm feeling more and more comfortable with every game. So I feel like I can be a player who, hopefully comes along for the run and can make a difference in those games late in the season and in the postseason.
Coach says, we asked him, or Vince asked him, what, if anything, he's seen that's different about you after having gone down to Hartford and then come back now. He says maybe you're playing with more confidence.
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Yeah, definitely. Every time I go down and come back up, I think you always find things I can work on in Hartford, and something. There's lots of things you go down and you're able to do, but just to be able to get in the games up here and feel good skating out there, have the puck a little bit more, and create some chances. That's going to help the confidence right away, and I felt like I kind of was able to build on that from game to game.
You mentioned the different state of the team the last time you were called up. Does that make you, put any more additional pressure on yourself to step up, given the state of the team and, you're filling in now and you want to keep the level of play the same?
I don't know about pressure. In a lot of ways it almost makes it easier. You look at the guys up and down the lineup, and so many good players, and I think they've done a really good job of just filling up this lineup. So guys fill different roles and can play different ways, but it seems like it's a really cohesive group. So if I get thrown in on any line, it's pretty easy for me to jump in on the fly and just play my game. And there's so many different guys who can do different things out there. Maybe a little bit towards the end of the year, I can imagine that the pressure will get mounted up and in the postseason and all that. But for right now, it just feels like the team's kind of hit a good stride and is winning some hockey games. So for me to just get thrown in, I kind of follow the lead of the other guys and try to do my thing.
Morgan, it's kind of a small sample size, but the face-off percentage looks really good right now. Where do you feel like you're at with that? Is that something that you're especially happy with so far?
What's it at?
66?
Yeah.
I just looked at that.
66 is pretty high.
It might be hard to sustain.
Yeah, but I worked a lot on face-offs in Hartford. I do feel like that's a strong point of my game. If I can stay at 66 the rest of the year, that'd be amazing. I'm not going to make any promises, but yeah, I won't make any promises on that. But my goal every game is to go in, and I'd like to be about 55 on aggregate, and maybe that's a lofty goal. We'll see, but it's been good so far. I think that's just a little area where for me, it's mostly just about going in and competing on the draws, and I don't necessarily take as many as Mika and Stormer and those guys, so I try to put a lot of emphasis into everyone I take and try to win them all.
For you, it's just basic math. Like, as you see, guys are coming back from COVID, guys are coming back from injury. How do you handle that? Is it in the back of your mind that it's a numbers game and eventually, some people are going to have to come out, or how do you view that whole thing?
Yeah, I think you look at the lineup. That's obviously how things work, but it's been such a crazy last couple of weeks with guys coming in and out of the lineup that I think this is the least I've been concerned about it, such that now I just kind of show up to the rink and go out and practice, and however the chips fall, so be it. It's just there's so many different moving parts. I don't really think it's worth worrying about. I know it's easy to say that, and then obviously you're wondering in the back of your head, but I felt like I've played my best hockey when I just show up to the rink and play, and it's almost better to be a little bit dumb in that sense. So I've tried to do that.